This is the extended edition selfie stick by Insta360, 3 meters. It's just shy under 10 feet. We have a number of selfie sticks and products on the table. We got the compact one from Insta that opens up. It's under 3 feet. And then we got the next model, and they both got nice grips. This one has a design of being a little rough and smooth in X's, and that opens up to 40 inches. And you can see the difference in the size, almost twice as long. So if you're out and about and just walking around, may not be perfect for today's me mode, but back then with the X2, it was perfect for it. And this is the one that you would definitely have. Now, what you want to do is when you do vlog or walk around and you don't want to be out far, make sure that the front goes in first to the lengths that you want, so the thicker part won't cause a wobble. This one has just a little play. It's made of metal and you can feel it. And that's what I feel right now in the stick. But when closed, I don't feel the play. Let me go back to this one. Very, very little play. I feel the play right here and here. So now let's unbox the extended stick and see what it looks like. There's a ton of unboxings already. They come packaged and protected on the tip, as well as inside, and the case. It came right out of the case, as you see. The instructions are there right here, so let's get it out the best we can. Let's take a closer look at the extended pole. We have numbers on there telling you the meters. On the top, we got a rubber cap that pulls off, and I have a cap that is also made of rubber that slips on. So they are sold and on different items, the same as Act 1, that you won't tell which is which. It's made of rubber. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sections, and only 3 sections are labeled. A good thing would have been if they put numbers on here, they could have put letters over here on the tips of how far each of the poles are extended. And that's something you can do afterwards. It is important for every time you check when you place your camera on not to over tighten this part. It does move around. As you can see the words there. Now, the next pole doesn't move. Only the first one moves. So when you tie it on, please be careful how you place on. That is something that I did not know that it moved or mentioned on the site. The first pole opens up. It measures 12.25 inches for the first, and then 11.5 inches for the next, and then 11 3/8 for the one afterwards, and 11.5 for the one after that. So as you see, each pole is measuring about a foot per. Then the one after is 11 inches. As you pull out the pole, it's got a small spiral designed to it. We have here is a 10 5/8. So it makes it look like you are spiraling out as you pull. And then we have here is 11 inches. Double check. 11 inches. And then the next pole is 11.25 inches. And the last pole will probably be about 11.25 as well. 10.5 inches. 10 3/4 to be exact. So we got our pole out, and the only one I did not measure is the closure one opening. That measures 12.25. we got our pole at 10 feet, just about 3 meters. The overall length will be 115 inches. That's 9 feet, 9 inches for this pole. If I wanted to extend my pole, I have a 1/4 20 thread on the bottom. And this is not recommended to put an additional pole on, because what will happen to the other pole, because it's not thick enough, it will start to bend and break. If you're placing this on your bike or moving vehicle or whatnot, you don't want to be extended in full. Again, simply have the front in first and extend only the thicker parts out first. So if you want to be riding like so, this would be where you have a clamp. You would double clamp, put one on and the other on the end. I have this aftermarket clamp found online and it has given out. It opens up to about 1/4 of an inch, 1 1/4, and will go around the whole 360 and it will grab. Let me close my pole. As you see, it closes nice and easy, and the clamp is on there nice. Do not over tighten clamps on carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is stiff and they do not give. If they do break, the fibers will split out and splinter. You want to make sure you do crank down in enough pressure, and then you're able to have your pole held on. But the force of regular gimbals will start to drop down with the added weight. This is a geared clamp, and this knob here has given. But I'm still able to use this clamp if I get this knob off and tighten it down. I have other clamps I can use. It's just not for 360 cameras. You could put it on anything. And I have here's my homemade mount, and I'm basically putting it on for the first time, and I am tightening it. As you can see how the pole is spinning as I tighten. And you don't want this to spin. You want to hold, give it a little twist, not a lot, enough that it stays secured and on. I'm testing it out to see if it comes off. I'm giving a little pull, a little wiggle, and I'm good. If I wanted to make sure this will stay on and stay on 100%, I would glue this down or I would put a screw through. I'm not sure how these are made and held on, but this is a very thin diameter that we must trust. So I am ready to go out. I am not going to extend it in full, but I am going to shoot with the pole where I need to have it down like so. And when I want to extend it, I'll extend it down from the big to the small as I go. Now, the question is, how heavy is the X4 out there? It will drop down on weak hands. So how do you want to hold your pole? There's many ways you can hold your pole. Some people may want to hold it in both hands. Some people may want to hold it at the very tip to get the shot, and some people may want to wrap it around and put something here. There's a lot of different ways you can go about. 360 with audio extension, and a remote control is needed when you are up high. And the reasons for that is on the X4, X3, this is where the LED lights are at. There are no LED lights on the bottom. So when your pole is out like so and you're trying to see, you're not going to see that red LED or know that you are recording if hand gesture works that far away. And that's where the remote mini will come in handy, as it will have a red LED indicator telling you that it works. If this thing does vibrate all the way down the pole, then you're good to go. The test I need to do is, there is no give whatsoever. None. As I increase, there's still no give over here. I will back out as I increase the pole. As you can see, no give as it starts to weaken down to the thinner poles over here. There is weakness over here. I got 2 more to go, and there is the weakness right here. This is the thinnest pole. I may not want to keep this out over here and keep it in. So let's come out to the very distance and see if the pole starts to drop. I'm holding it level as best as I can for you. I'm going to shake up and down. I'm going to wobble. And over here, from this part on, the 2 right here are the weakest points of the pole. And that's where, if it kept in, I feel that this will be the best and ideal use. It's still got wiggle over here. I feel the weakness right here as well. I feel them in the joints, the weakness. Over here is strong, over here is weak. It's weak on these clips right here. There is shake in the pole. But like everything in life, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So let's go out and go get some shots and show you what this looks like and come to a conclusion. I'm holding the pole about 2 feet away. I'm going to raise it up. As I raise up, it's not going to be perfectly smooth. Let's continue to go up as high as we can of all the levels. This is where you get those drone-like shots. I am on the very bottom level, holding it at chest height. I am raising it up all the way up as high as I go to my shoulders. The thing you need to watch out for your pole, especially your camera, are the tree branches. You can get all the decent shots you want looking above and then going down, all the way down to the floor. As you look towards me, you're not going to see the pole, but the pole to me is doing one of these. It's shaking. It becomes heavy. I'm going to bring the pole in and adjust it down like so. While I edit out the movement, this is a lot better that I could walk around. It is a heavy pole, an extended pole, if asked, but it allows me to get shots like the bird in front of me. It allows me to get my shot almost up to I can see above my roof line. There are many ways you can go about with an extended pole. Tripod on the pole, other types of pole that lock in and twist, they all do a fine job. You could put a lanyard on a 1/4 20 thread D-ring that this came with by Smartree. Check them on out. Insta360 extended pole. If it's something that you want to have in your 360 gear or regular camera gear to get those aerial shots of 10 feet up. Enjoy your product.